What's up, guys? It's Benny. In this famous video of Jasmine Crockett declaring that she's not going to go to President Trump's State of the Union, I missed the fact that she has all of her little knick-knacky awards, her like little DEI awards that are like sitting out here in front of her desk. She's made like an entire shelf of awards to herself. You ever notice this? Isn't that something? I hope that Jasmine Crockett has plenty of packing boxes because she's going to need to pack all that shit up and do it fast because, well, life comes at you fast. And ladies and gentlemen, people are coming for Jasmine Crockett, maybe the first time ever. Here we go. Texas Democrats no longer smiling. Right, wipe that smirk off your face. Texas Democrats to return after governor ends special session that included redistricting, sources say. Texas Democrats who left the state to prevent a vote on new congressional maps will return to Texas, fleeing as though they have accomplished their mission. They haven't. In the first special session, raising awareness and sparking national backlash, the mid-decade redistricting, multiple sources have said ABC News. The sources told ABC News that the House Democrats loosely plan on returning this weekend. Those plans could change. The source says Republicans go back on their word to begin a second special session. Of course, they want to get a new Texas map passed. That Texas map has passed the Senate. Democrats allow Texas Senate to pass redistricting map as House holds out. So the redistricting map that adds 5 extra seats to the Republican column, thus effectively just fighting fire with fire. This is exactly what Democrats do, but far more egregiously in their states. Texas Democrats are now seen on the tarmac heading back to Texas, and they're in a lot of trouble, obviously. Some of the people who have been funding this are now under criminal investigation. The Democrats themselves are under criminal investigation. They've been fined a lot of money, and they've had their seats threatened to be vacated. And also, the Texas Republicans can say, you know, this map can get a lot worse. We could redistrict 5 more Democrats out of their seats. It could be a +10 map. Republicans win. Texas Democrats will be returning to Texas. Special session. Map passed. Democrats cave again. 5 more Republican House seats. 9 Texas state Democrats walked out to block redistricting. They failed. The Texas Senate passed anyway. Look at this. Isn't it amazing how you fight? Isn't it weird how, like, fighting for something means fleeing? Like, in what universe does we fought for something means you run away like a little bee? I'm hearing that Democrats are returning to the House in Texas. That's exactly right. The Texas Democrats folded like a cheap suit. But I think that it's time to play nice is over. I think that they should all be arrested the moment they come back. It's the only way to stop this once and for all. Otherwise, you'll keep getting this idiocy for years. That's exactly right. They're caving. Derelict Texas Democrats will return to Texas after Greg Abbott's second special session to pass new congressional map that adds 5 House seats. Democrats believe they've accomplished their mission of killing the first special session by raising national awareness. What mission have they accomplished? They're going to get a worse map for Democrats. This is what they've threatened. Like, we can do worse here, actually. I just thought it a little interesting, and man, we went viral on this one. 19,000 reposts, 56,000 likes. Saying that they're fleeing on a jet that's a $47 million jet. It costs $17,000 per hour to operate. That means their little stunt is costing hundreds of thousands of dollars. Who's paying for that? Who the hell is paying for that? Yeah. Texas House Democrats bent the knee and will return to Texas. Jasmine Crockett may now lose her seat. Under the Texas redistricting, Democrats are caving. They're coming home and will allow for a new map. The Texas Senate has passed this map. This is the map they passed and must now pass the House after they fled the states. You can see here is a perfectly fine map for Republicans, not for Jasmine Crockett. I do not currently reside in my district, says Jasmine Crockett, based on new GOP proposed maps. Let's read. Jasmine Crockett complained that the Republican proposed Texas redistricting maps would draw her out of her district, calling the plan a hot mess. In addition to the fact that I know that this legislature didn't ask members of Congress to confirm our addresses, I don't know how many of us actually still reside in our districts that we represent. I don't. So she doesn't even live in her district anymore. I do not currently reside in my district based upon the plan that has been drawn Another red flag, the lawmaker who recently argued that she deserves to become the Democrats' top member on the House Oversight Committee due to her large social media following, has slammed the proposal. It's a hot mess, and this is so sad that people have no integrity and they could care less about what's going on and what's right. It breaks my heart, she says. Yeah, well, you're not actually from Texas. You're a carpetbagger, and you yourself are a fraud who was raised as an elite inside of elite institutions in this country, and you're not grateful for any of it. How about practicing some gratitude and shutting up every once in a while? Crockett, Republicans are trying to systematically get rid of black people. This is how you know they're losing the argument, when they go like this. On CNN's The Lead, Jasmine Crockett accused Republicans of systematically trying to get rid of black representatives in Congress. Discussing redistricting, Crockett said, when it comes to our base, they want to see a fight. They don't want to see us lay down and say, okay, well, Republicans want to do is they really want to minimize voices, systemically get rid of black electeds. She continued, when I look at the numbers, to be clear, Florida is already in this thing. I know that Texas is in this thing. We know they're putting pressure on Indiana as well, and Missouri. Well, that's exactly right, by the way. There is a very large potential that this may well be your outcome in the mid-decade redistricting. 5 seats. This is about to happen. Florida, 3 to 5 seats. As Ron DeSantis said last night, he expressed great interest in doing this and saying he has the legal authority to do it. Ohio, court-ordered, may well have 2 to 3 new seats. Indiana, 1, 2, 3 seats. Missouri, 1 seat. Nebraska, 1 seat. Preliminary conversations. California is trying to amend its constitution, but they could only squeeze out with the worst, most obscene level of redistricting. California could squeeze out 5 Republicans, but that's not going to work, obviously, to overcome this, which would be like a 15-point swing. 15-seat swing. Jasmine Crockett melting down on CNN over it. You just love to see it. We just love to salt our libs on this show. Here's Jasmine Crockett having a meltdown.
The Economist magazine looking at this gerrymandering arms race that appears to be on the brink of breaking out in the sense that if Texas does it, the Democrats in California and other states say they're going to do it. The Economist says Democrats are likely to lose the redistricting war. If both sides abandon principle, a draw is possible, but Republicans face fewer obstacles. Is this gerrymandering arms race really worth it if Democrats still are going to end up on the losing side of the numbers? Governor Abbott said to me today that if California adds 5 Democratic seats to offset the 5 Republican seats that might come from this redistricting, he'll just add 5 more Republican seats. He said it will be 10.
Yeah, so here's my attitude. We may lose the battle, but we will absolutely win this war. That is what I'm saying. Right now, when it comes to our base, they want to see a fight. They don't want to see us just lay down and say, okay, well, the Republicans want to do whatever they want to do. They want to minimize voices. They want to systemically get rid of those black electeds, because when I look at the numbers, and to be clear, Florida is already in this thing. We know that Texas is in this thing. We know that they're putting pressure on Indiana as well as Missouri. So here's the deal. They have already decided that the only way that they can win, because they have failed policies, is by making sure that they can cheat their way. And while they're cheating their way, the only way that they can do that is while they also at the same time violate the Constitution as well as the Voting Rights Act and make sure that it's people of color. We're talking about them going after Clyburn in South Carolina. We're talking about them going after Andre Carson in Indiana. We're talking about them going after Reverend Cleaver in Missouri. We're talking about them going after Amelia Sykes in Ohio. We're talking about them coming for 3 of the 4 black representatives that we currently have in the state of Texas. So don't tell me this isn't about race when they are clear about who it is that will lose the most when it comes to having their say-so on the federal level. They are absolutely systemically making sure that they roll back all that was fought for, bled for, and died for as relates to those that came before us.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett, Democrat of Texas, thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, all's well. That ends well. And this is one way to get rid of Jasmine Crockett. Is it the best way? Don't you want Jasmine Crockett to stick around? Isn't she so useful to us? She's been useful to our channel, but what can you do? Ladies and gentlemen, all things must come to an end. Except for your subscribing to this channel. You should subscribe to this channel and let me know what you think of the new Texas map and Republican redistricting in the comments. It's your boy Benny. See ya.